falls asleep and then doesn't realize it, and when he wakes up. I also love when we go to Starbucks before school in the morning and talk and get food and coffee.
Two things I love about my dad, it's that he's a lot like our dog. He's okay with sitting down, being, laying down on the couch, having a talk, watching TV, but he'll also be crazy and funny and do fun things with us. So you can basically do anything you want with him and he'll be fun.
Two things that I like about my dad are that he likes everybody and everybody likes him, and he's nice, and that he'll always stand up for what he believes in.
Two things that I love about my dad is that when we snuggle and do lullabies, I just love snuggling with him, and sometimes he does stories with my stuffed animals. That's one. Another thing that I love about my dad is that he's super kind and giving, because in here at the office, there's a basket and a little box of presents for kids and grown-ups who want presents. And if they walk in my dad's office, then they can have some.
One of my favorite memories is when we went to a Huskies game a long time ago. I don't even know when that was, because it was like my first college game or football game in general that I went to. It was lots of fun.
One of my favorite memories with him is when he took me to Seattle and we went on this giant Ferris wheel, and it was just the floor and then the rest was all glass. So we just got to see Seattle from really high up in a Ferris wheel, and that was fun.
My favorite memory of my dad was when we were in Colorado to have the talk, and we went caving and did all of that stuff. It was really awesome.
A favorite memory about my dad is that a lot of my time he told me a story, and it was super kind and loving story, with a shepherd and a lamb. I don't know if you remember that, with love and
One funny thing that you have done is when you thought that my foot was Mom's foot under the table, and I'm never gonna let that go.
My funny memory with him, I don't even think he remembers this, but he told us a story at dinner time, and we were all sitting on the table eating food, and he told us a story of how Pig Latin came to be. He told us this crazy, wacky story about the giant fence and pigs and humans, and they came together and formed a language to share the good water and the good food. He tells the craziest stories, so all the memories I have of him telling us stories is always funny.
One, go.
My funny memory that I had with my dad is when we were in Colorado in this one coffee shop in a college or a high school or something, and we were having the talk, and when we were over it, sometime through it, he said, do you have any questions? And the one question I asked was, are we done now?
a funny memory with me and my dad is I was snuggling with him and he fell asleep. I was still awake and he didn't. You won't remember because you were asleep. And then I was like trying to get out because you were asleep. And then you just woke up because I was screaming. And yeah, I never told you until now.
If Dad Dad was a superhero, he would be Batman because he wouldn't be able to do much without his electronics and gadgets.
If Dad was a superhero, I'd probably say Thor because of his luscious hair.
1.
If my dad were a superhero, he would probably be Captain America because they both would stand up for what they believe in.
I think a superhero that Dad would be is Silver Surfer because he used to like to surf and he's bald.